All right, welcome back to The Explainer. If you're a creator on YouTube, you're going to want to listen up because the platform just dropped a feature that could literally change the game for how you make shorts. We're talking about AI that can take any photo, any single photo, and turn it into a super dynamic, engaging video. Let's dive in.
Just let that sink in for a minute. Every single amazing photo that's just sitting there on your camera roll, on your hard drive, maybe even in an old family album, all of that now has the potential to become your next viral video. This isn't some far-off future idea. It's here, right now, for creators on YouTube.
So, what is this thing really? Well, at its core, it's a tool that lets you create these awesome, compelling shorts without needing a single frame of video footage. This is about to open up a whole new universe for content.
And we're not just talking about a simple kind of cheesy zoom or pan effect here. No. The AI is actually pretty smart. It analyzes your photo, figures out what's in the foreground and what's in the background, and it creates this incredible sense of depth with subtle motion and parallax effects. The result feels way less like a static image and more like it was actually filmed with a camera. It basically breathes life into your photos.
And this right here is the biggest deal. For so long, the biggest hurdle for getting into video has been how complicated it is, right? You got to learn all this complex software, deal with timelines, keyframes, all that stuff. Well, this tool just throws that whole barrier out the window. If you can upload a photo, you can now make a really cool video. It completely levels the playing field for everyone.
So you're probably sitting there thinking, okay, this sounds incredible, but is it going to be a huge pain to use? And the answer is, not at all. In fact, it's a super simple 4-step process that anyone, and I mean anyone, can figure out in like a minute.
Seriously, it's this easy. You just go into the regular Shorts creator like you always do and upload your picture. You'll see this new option that says AI Animate. You tap that, and then you just give the AI a little bit of direction. Like, do you want it to feel fast and crazy or slow and moody? You pick a style, you hit generate, and that's it. You're done.
And get this, you're not waiting around for minutes or, God forbid, hours for this thing to render. The AI spits out your finished, motion-packed short in under 30 seconds. Think about that. The speed means you can just mess around, try a bunch of different ideas, and see what works without wasting your entire day.
Okay, so we've covered the what and the how, but now for the most important part, the why. Why is this so powerful? Why does turning a photo into a video actually help you grow your channel? Well, it all comes down to how our brains are wired to watch stuff online.
Look, our eyes are just suckers for movement. When you're scrolling through a feed at 1,000,000 miles an hour, a flat, static picture is just so easy to fly right past. But the second you add even a little bit of motion, it catches the eye. It makes someone pause for that extra split second. And that tiny moment, that's gold. It signals to the algorithm, hey, people are actually watching this. And boom, it starts pushing your short to a way bigger audience.
So who is this for? Well, pretty much everyone. If you're a photographer, you can finally bring your huge back catalog of photos to life. Meme pages? Oh man, this is a total game changer. You can make your stuff pop like never before. If you're into history or storytelling, you can animate old photos and make the past feel so much more real. But honestly, it's for anyone with a phone full of pictures and a cool idea.
All right, so you know how the tool works. Let's talk strategy. How do we take this cool little trick and actually use it to make stuff that goes viral? Let's get into the best practices.
First up, garbage in, garbage out, right? You've got to start with a high-quality, interesting photo. Pictures with clear subjects like people's faces or epic landscapes work amazingly well. Anything nostalgic is also pure gold. Next, think pace. These are shorts, so you want short, punchy loops. Think 3 to 10 seconds. That's the sweet spot. And finally, don't forget the basics of a good short. Slap on some trending music that fits the vibe and use a big, bold text hook on screen to grab them in that first second.
Now, making the short is only half the battle. You gotta get it in front of people. So always use a bold title and always use the hashtag shorts hashtag. That's how YouTube knows where to put it. Timing matters too. For instance, posting around 6 or 7 p.m. in India often hits the US audience right when they're most active. And last, try to encourage people to remix your short. If you can spark a little trend, that's when things can really take off. So let's just pull back for a second as we wrap this up. Let's zoom out from the step-by-step And think about the big picture here. Because this tool, it's more than just a neat little feature. It's a huge step forward in how AI can help us be creative. And it really makes you wonder.
So I want to leave you with this question. When the technical skill needed to make a video basically drops to zero, what does it even mean to be a creator anymore? It becomes less about how good you are with a camera or with editing software, and way more about your taste, your eye for a good story, and your ideas. The most valuable skill isn't production anymore, it's curation and it's vision. So, what are you waiting for? Go grab your phone and try it out. And hey, if you love explainers like this that break down big ideas, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching.